pay Andy can come element chair, sounds na ya obey menus so element chair and pay minimum 80 and come on. Andy, good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Sammy.
Na improve design pay.
About the chair on me. Akaniaka.
Yeah. You be at it.
I don't know. Now, if you mean no cover between the night, I said that man.
Now, Uko Israel now.
I think this was June. Yeah.
Now, Ujaf now watching Pope. But they are the Tana Pampamuna. They were tired at Dino home.
Bompire.
No yin pie.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yes, sir. One quarter
Bompire.
Night club here or audience ceremony. Bompire.
I
2 years.
My brother, when I'm a night club, me and son. Now, Lady Kai, the Cressini. Here, Corona, Nipano can say, Corona. Maybe say you're content by 8 p.m. Nambo. Anyway, some you bet you for that. I should phone you now.
What is that? May you're the only nightclub manager. Maybe nightclub order.
But I'm for you, do.
Yeah.
So maybe service a more share. And then if free 10 p.m.
Econo, a boss.
And a chassis and a friend, a landlord, and Ancasa, they are mobile right 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, yes.
Do you know we crossing to say many India? The Casa Connect Club. I could do 8 p.m.
Minister's appointment.
Night club there. At the time, I hear my memo call. Katamanto, I could do Jana Mupon. I met me at Raza. I'm an I can do it.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
No, we have an opinion. What do you
know? For
the economy, no one to you.
You know, this
what Jidam?
Jana, Sammy.
Oh, but honestly,
no, Jana.
F.
Only we can now.
And you know what's in the
Sammy or Bojo.
No, so no, that's Santini will meet. Santini will meet. So Cristiano.
I'm saying some no
or say Kajan.
No,
they are diabetic.
No, but two so buy or the trademark by. Or the now word by. Last week by this time, not fighting Munina. This is Father Kwan.
Oh, man, award.
Award anything.
Now, Mark and I know was in Minka.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, in case of phone screen pie, when you problem with the phone, phone repair to JP, in case of your public out.
Catcher is on pine phone.
Multiple streams of income.
Catcher is on pine phone.
Anyway, any other issue before I require a substantive issue? Motion.
Yes.
For censure. Our parliament and
very important issue.
Okay.
Good morning to cherished listeners.
I'm minding, but I think the issues that came between Saturday night, yesterday, far outweigh what you sent to us. So you think we should make an amendment? I guess so, because
yes.
Okay, so then by general consensus, by general consensus of the members of the House or of the floor,
we'll touch on it.
We are making some.
Government of Ghana saying that they are tired and they can no longer handle Saglemi.
We'll touch on it. We'll touch on
all of those things.
We'll touch on it. It's very important. What does Mama?
And today, 5 minutes, we should be an episode.
Me 5 minute issues, simple. Respectful match here at T4, here for. Senya me ama a departure. Be a veteran here. I have say I really back for it.
And again, the picture will be out there at home.
Oh no, I'm coming to read here because you see, Yao's paper did a good job. Listen. The Ghanaian publisher, Yao managing editor. Government gives up on Saglemi housing project.
So that is a substantive matter.
Yes, it might be to her. My person a better family so.
Okay.
Or this country, it's not a joke. It's not funny any longer. How people want to, dissipate state resources. And when you call the man from Greda or so, he was just being economical with the truth. He was not forthcoming. When some of us will sit and be defending their interests, that the local contractors should be given some job to do. Meaning, this morning he had the opportunity to speak on behalf of his group. Look at what he's saying. I believe some level of consultation. I mean, do you know for a fact? Government is saying that they are now going to shop for somebody to take over the facility. That will not happen in this country. NC. No, let me just talk intro because Yawan fan Makra, that vote of Saint Jean was in the Fatun Chain.
Okay,
what is
so this is a substantive
yes, this is what is happening in this country.
So let's
we cannot continue this way.
So let's proceed.
I mean, some of the callers this morning, how to put body and soul together. It's a problem. Sammy, ECG. I mean, this is just a friendly way say I'm a mom. From Friday, Madasum. That is they are prepaid whatever. Me call you almost a network na article. That is the language. We call some vendors no article. So I mean, this morning I had to carry my dress to Flagstaff House, sit down to come and iron before. Yes, I'm telling you the truth. Yesterday, from Friday, my chinkroom has and nobody is saying anything. No information to the public. So, oh, we are working on it. We are working on it. So, Mr. Mahama, that is the ECG boss and his technical team. I mean, they should just do something about it. I know it is software. It's a computer issue. Or resolve issues in power. I know, sir, I'm not the only person affected with this development. Sammy.
So I want another issue. Okay, one another.
I say NDC echo regional elections.
No, but I say no substantive.
There too. Substantive.
I think you are more changing constitution.
You can no longer be a benevolent dictator today. We will not allow you.
NDC held its elections almost started from Friday and none of movie. I think sir, Govt says almost deserve it to win or my win. A Greater Accra, Adekoka, Waluzu. Ashimo, and a winnie. Voter region votes no so yes almost vote here ko ye Mauto Agba Victor Munyana win here. We go up north Tanko Raouf, former member of parliament. Yes, incumbents no be lose here, but Adekoka no for a fact no Waluzu. You understand?
Ashimo a public knowledge Adekoka lose. And is it not public?
Now
is it not public?
Now anymore. Is that now?
It's public knowledge that Adekoka has lost the Greater Accra.
Oh, how public knowledge?
Oh, it's public knowledge.
How?
And I said the
Missy Waluzu. Indeed. Yeah, who apart him now think that he can take people for granted, and that is how it is.
Answer now, okay.
Adekoka, proud to that. My network is so much friendly in the afternoon. So far down to our program. I'm a make us so lose. The kind point blank so lose. Ono Mbrepi 3 times no winning, na onya 30-something% crown no win because the Crofona divided votes. No, but this time round, while lose, I think it is good for the party. Ashimono, obe ejuma pa idea a canvassing vote at my party. I mean, to the losers, you don't have to give up. What you say? All you have to do is that listen. You go back, make your homework, and come back. I expect them to extend that hand of friendship and whatever to them. Say, "Omumra no munya na omunye juma." Then there, say, "Obiya uni ni ako contest ama waki cancer ma fa hona who extended that olive branch no." Then, but for a fact, Adekoka has lost the elections.
Yeah.
He's no longer the Greater Accra regional chairman.
Is it not obvious? Yeah, you're great.
And you papa.
And topic not changing because I know I'm a press conference and I was in hurry. So I was in hurry to do more things because you see where the Saglemi project is, that our place there,
Can I?
Now my yeah 5 minutes in no kasa.
Kasa.
The next time you better say chair and chief for the phone na. Ya kasa Yankopon because we are no more ho ban. O ma ya ho de ne ntimi nko ne ntimi mra. Na kakra ye de support ye busuafo ne ye namfo so nyame emie kwan kese so mai. Same me start where Andy left. I remember 2010 Osu Presby Church. I was there. Na me Deniana no or madam for former regional chairman. Deniana or madam for anti eja. Ya call him say because Denny was in the opposition. He was the regional chairman when the party was in the opposition. And through his effort and hard work, the party a lot more seats in Greater Accra in the 2008 election. So the natural anticipation was that he was going to be retained by the regional or by the party or regional election because not sounds a pro for Danfo. Unfortunately for Denny, his defeat was orchestrated by Ashimo. At that time, Ashimo a big Adekoka campaigner. And of course, there's a history between Ashimo and Adekoka.
Yeah.
From football, from Great Olympics to all manner of things. And they do a lot of things together. And I always tell Ashimo, say, when you are there, all things, good or bad, you are together. And when I heard say Ashimo say all contested, I say, yeah, we all contested there. And Shana, because remember, and they almost lost the last one.
The last one, yeah.
He almost lost the last one, and some way, somehow, he won. In fact, all the two references, apart from 2010 now, 2014, a friend say, Adaho baby, he lost to Amate, and the party.
Yeah, Amate. I remember the Amate saga.
Yes,
yeah,
the party members themselves were shocked. Say, why should Adekoka win this election? And I was telling them, say, don't forget, say, Adekoka was one time GFA president. Why a football administrator? So Nim said you see, an election and politics is a lot of mafia. So you cannot downplay mafia and your friends say ways and means in this game. And they won and everybody was shocked. And then the last one that everybody thought said, oh, Ade should lose. Ade won the 2018 one. And honestly, after 2018, I think after election, Ade has also not been feeling well. So he was out of Ghana for a long time in UK for treatment and all those things. So I was expecting him not to contest.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was expecting saying, maybe Obekasa or call for national vice or something, or so that because with the national vice and pressure be aid news. So he should have done that politically for the first time. I then made a wrong calculation and Ashimo who lost.
He became stale, and now he should just.
But that is when he should have moved on.
Yes, but
for the first time, he also lost the seat to a man who lost the parliamentary seats. But whatever it is, I think for us as a nation,
Adekoka kicked out.
For us as a nation, we need a strong political parties, and thank God for NDC and MPP for their presence in Ghana. And so we need these two to always get it right. And so our prayer will always be say, party ni mi ni na no mo hye no mo na mo ntuo bia no enye pepepe se na ebetimi ama Ghana yemra ne yamambuo no atimi akonanim. We need the NDC to win the election. We need MPP to win the election. And these two parties, of course, their presence is also helping the development of Ghana. We may have all manner of things to say, but look, I always say this, Ghana say acquire nim power mpuntuo ma, which Mark say about a greater part of it, I shall say from 1992. Because of this competition between NDC and MPP. And etimi aboama o man mpuntuo aba bedru baby even though we could have done far better than where we are. So to Ashimo and all those who won, nyame nkoso omo nyansa omo akukudru no omuni amanyuko a friend NDC enim at the regional level. Na ne party ne share party ne dey agu omo eni so no intimi enko ye emo. And of course, let me also say madam for Egypt, he also won, and I'm so happy for him becoming I don't know whether he will be one of the youngest vice chairman. I think or no, and as Abronye, because Abronye as a vice chairman was a very small boy. By God's grace, he's now a big man and a regional chairman. So we are hoping that Egypt will progress to become a voter regional chairman of the NDC Sunday.
One day.
And
so talking about
hey,
NDC,
me you. Tell me if I too.
Baby,
Let me
oh,
just-
No, but
try
this one you don't need to
on
come in. We are done with. You are done. So, over the week, you know, Nkwalamians have been school for Nyamians, so they were about 5. And I asked myself, say, where are we going as a nation? So Nkwala said, oh papa or woo no, won't me any video, a new papa natem. Oh papa now do cool school no. And nipa now this school policy about Nyamiadum, oh papa entry school fees, you know. Because ebi asenka papa eba se ye entry school fees ebi anka papa intimi into. And then you do a video where they got the phone, who did the recording, the motive behind it. Of course, I know say almost school, no say they are doing investigation into it. It's as one as a parent and as you ask yourself and you see these small girls. I said you more brebia wa brabom school who are now SHS2 and then utiminya kukuduro a video edi omampanyina tem. We are not even looking at omampanyini as a kufuado.
As your father.
As your father. Obetima your grandfather. Now you have the gust. So be a video edinatem. I can't say my ultimate country or mammy. Ultimate country or papa. I mean, I think that yes, it is true that things are bad. It is true that yes, morally that's a minor entity. But these things should not be entertained. It is time Ghana Education Service, it is time the Ministry of Education, it is time the teacher unions and all of those things take up the decision to say, so no, we will not entertain this kind of, your friends say, attitude by
Deviant behavior.
It's not helpful at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't send a good signal.
Yeah. And so I don't want us to go too far. But the institutions which have been mandated to do the civic education of Ghanaians to know that these things are wrong, those institutions, nobody cares about them.
Oh, yeah,
look at government's budgetary allocations that goes to NCCE.
Oh, Pentecost.
NCCE for now saying ebenya casa COVID-19.
No, casa say nyomodia.
Enyomodia.
Yes, so
but
nobody,
they need to be resourced and equipped.
You cannot blame the NCC for not being effective.
Yes.
I mean, it's not their making.
Nobody cares. So yeah, the people who are supposed to educate those children, the institution of government doesn't see them as relevant.
But
that is true.
I don't think that we have some institutions, bodies like the GES and the Education Ministry, those supervisory ministries. You know, immediately they should just move into this matter because this is not the first time. For school children, any video about EDD, your leaders it is not a proper thing to.
All right,
to see.
Now let me assume my autocratic nature and let's me do my chair in Yanko. And the Mammy Fancy, Saglemi.
Yes, Saglemi is on board, very critical. But you see, some also here kind this, you know, over the weekend. So, also before the elections, you know, a statement be out from the National Communications outfit said, but for His Excellency the former president coming to the rescue of the party by paying some monies owed the party, is you know, and come to me. Annual elections, no. I
read some 2 million or 2
yes,
billion,
that is
2 million.
the recently held constituency elections. No more, no more the EC. So the EC are threatened, say, Mohammed, we cannot send our men to come in, and we say. So former president had to step in to salvage the situation. Yes, that's a good thing to do. Number 2, you see. I see people going to court because I have picked some credible intel that they are going to injunct the election, the national executive elections, because people are now calling for accountability. Dues are mutria, other sources of income are urban. Where Sikano way, and can you former president Obama and ka ekosi say. So I don't see the national elections coming on. People will go to court to injunct it and make sure say they account for.
Simon, a quick one. You know the challenge we have as a nation, and I always say that, look, we must just help NDC and MPP to get things done right. So that, for instance, I mean, let me use MPP as a political party and probably compare it with ANC. Assuming, say, Ghana, and I assume, say, your ANC or Ghana, do you think, say, it will come to the point where MPP members of parliament will do a press conference and demand the removal of a minister. So, for the parties, I mean, it was a private thing that they all discussed. Say, look, we don't want the finance minister. This has been a private thing. Only minister Biakasa from about 2 years ago, no more say. You talk to ministers, they say it. Only MPs kasa omoka, only party for kasa omoka. So the parties, the ministers and government appointees were all of a certain conclusion, said they don't want the finance minister. But you see, the parties are so weak. For instance, the CAA, President Mahama, and our co-face So, one, who is asking where you got the money from? Not in a negative way from the way I'm, no. But, Mr. say, what on your scan or hen or the aqua? Yamia don't as a party, no echo to aba. Nasa omofan as a presidential candidate, and so far, Dr. Do for so many presidential candidate. Question: what role would the party play as far as raising funds for that campaign? And the presidential candidate, they leave the campaign to him. How he will prosecute the campaign? How baby obefa so anyasika and phobia ho. And it's about Yamia, I don't know, or no be president, you know, or your appointment, and then you will hear some people within the party say, but he has appointed this person, we don't know him. But they will not ask at this time, and at this time, already Sikano. Obum Misa say, na onye Sikano from him, well, obviously not from his pocket. But people who trust that, so they who trust say, Papa no bet me about be party name, into young fish come from one. And certainly, ye nipa, some say, me two and a mobi. Na sɛ mewɔ yi bɛɛ 1 million Ghana cedis or ben anamona wotu no megye de sɛ mewɔ gidie wo enti gina fa yɛ campaign na sɛ nyame yɛ adom na me di nkunim a natural maybe sɛ sɛ me oboa me de na metimi yɛ na me de atua oka wobɛka sɛ oh ebia mewɔ abofra bi wɔ ha sɛ a megye sɛ onim nyansa yɛ mboa no no sɛ abanyɔ sɛ mu onye onikena enti sɛ ebia ministry bi ana sɛ a board bi a obetimi de na akɔ akoto. So these are the things that happen. All right. But the parties themselves, the parties themselves, Andy, must the parties themselves must think. But they must think by how to raise money. Because NDC can say they will register about 500,000 members. Everybody pays 10 Ghana cedis.
Running the party as a business, that has always been the idea of the late President Mills. And I also see that in Dr. Kwabradu Force Ahunto project. Never.
And now,
no, so it's about making the party. You raise money in some of our so that one person ain't in control party, like Walker. So if I fund every activity of the party, who are you? So when I become a flag bearer and subsequently president,
why do they complain when they are in the opposition?
So I would just
because in government there's a source. Obviously, you go to Jubilee House on the basis of what Mr. Haruna Eseku said. You go to the Plaster House or you go to the Jubilee House. They will finance the party. They will provide money for the party to do Congress. They will provide money. I mean, and this time I know more. Did we ever yet say that Ben yet say party headquarters light be a problem? And at the Ben yet say regional or constituency elections a problem. Money was not an issue.
But you see, that is where the Electoral Commission comes in. Because the framers of the Constitution foresaw this. And so that's why it demands that the parties provide an audited account.
See,
that's why it requires of them as political parties to provide an audited account.
Venture.
See, but if you are going to go into this, maybe then we may as well
shelve the Saglemi as well.
Back to what says government gives up on Saglemi housing project looking for private buyer. I'm reading from Yao Obimenu's Ghanaian publisher. Yeah. That is page 8. Samuel said the Minister for Works and Housing, Francis Asenso-Boakye, has announced government decision to explore the possibility of selling the Saglemi housing project covering 1,506 housing units at the current value to a private sector to complete and sell at no further cost to the state. Sami, furthermore, proceeds from the sale will come to the state and reinvested into government's affordable housing project. What is this? No, something that you have built with the taxpayers' money.
you want to sell it. Then now, when you get the money, you invest it in another affordable house. It doesn't make sense. The minister or whoever is talking about thinking through it doesn't make sense. And you see,
and they have never shouted before.
I am pained with this sort of thing.
Hey, you are pained.
No, I am pained because listen, you are joking with the people of this country. Why use it taxpayers' money? They are over 1,500 units, and the name on it is what? Affordable housing to be sold to. I mean, the average Ghanaian now betting. So we say, who needs a car? Would be complete. But when yes, who person or tone, na sika obenyano, ubesa kwa see another one. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. We shouldn't even encourage this matter. It doesn't make sense. They should just stop it. I'm happy, sir, or say a team committee will be put in place. You see, the committee, even before you start your job, I don't even know your term of reference. You see, it's moot. Any and committee no. And I think that, listen, some of us will go ahead to make this point forcefully that it doesn't make sense. Saglemi housing project. Government should look for the money. The expenditure, massa, government budget expenditure, every day. We sat here said that they should merge some ministries, some departments in ASIFO. They should just merge them. No, listen, those monies used in running those ministries and departments, we can just to free up space. It will free up revenue. Project. No. The works and housing minister shouldn't joke with the Ghanaians. It's not funny any longer. We cannot accommodate this. That taxpayers' money are buying Ayusu Sika Akwakosi. And I know that this same project is a subject of legal what say the former works and housing court. Fine, I won't go into the details of that. But Niamey can say Abai Sika Omko you acquire a land. Omaye Bibia Omasi. What is left? The engineers. I was expecting Ufre Papa na Ufre this morning. Grader. So we have been consulted. We've gone there to assess the place. Nina Sefo. Engineers are called. I mean the work left no and ejuma bia. So government can do it and dispose of it. Now the minister is saying that they are going to shop for a private developer, right? Now on number metal, sika umbenyano. That money will be reinvested in building what? Affordable housing for people. What is he talking about? No, what is he talking? And how are we going to even guarantee the transparency of whoever will be given this facility? Will it not end up being some of the ministers or business associate of government? What are they talking about? Listen, I think, sir, the Works and Housing Minister and all those are more advising them. And they should shelve this idea. It's very bizarre. It's just like, I mean, somebody saying, food prices were village, and we are down to, I'm into haulage. I'm turning a whole ministry into haulage. Agric ministry, I'm turning to haulage. Me hona me tombo here. Does it make sense?
A lot of.
You see, it doesn't make sense. I mean, with all apology and humility, I've never sounded like this. But this doesn't make sense. Wait, in some way or more, for which reason, and now I'm here press conference. Why? So government should find the money, complete the project, and sell the project to Ghanaians. They should find the money because I don't see who is going to be that private developer. How transparent is good? How is the bidding process going to be done? We'll be here and they'll just give it to one of their chronics. We'll be here and they'll give this project to one of their chronics or a friend of government to manage. You shouldn't joke with this country. Ghana is a very serious country. What are they talking about? That you spend the taxpayers' money in developing a facility.
instead of you looking for the rest of the money to just finish off the we say na Jumayefo Ghana Jumayefo and Konkoto and now Nkofo omo the financial muscle who say affordable. So now you say affordable. If you sell it to a private developer now or developer, does it become affordable? Now we bought some prices of building be we say or has say then I was looking at you because such can mean 300 and 800 and this morning somebody called you. How to put body and soul together is becoming a problem in this country. We are talking about fuel costs in as if for landlords and whatever are harassing tenants here, left, right, center. So if government in its wisdom say, oh, let us put this affordable housing project so that workers, those who can afford, giving their salary, you bet me the amount. Now you've turned 180 degrees. You are telling us, you had a press conference on this, that oh, you are looking for a private developer. You have set up a committee to work on it, and that you want to sell it. The money will be reinvested into another government affordable project, which means that impliedly. So when you start, you will not complete. You will sell it again and get another money again. This rubbish must stop in this country. It's total rubbish. Yeah, it is total rubbish. What is this? What are they talking about? Are they seeing the signals that Ghanaians cannot bear the pain any longer? It is difficult. It is not funny. Sammy, it is not funny. People, comment the amount for comment the one. People are finding it difficult to put body and soul together. Do you know how marriages are collapsing? Yes. Sammy, I'll be the last person to say, sir, external and exogenous factors and contributed to your current crisis as a woman. But government must also demonstrate to the people, say, oh, given the times as a woman, your expenditure level, no, as I say, nema bi a year no, as I say, magana for who say, oh, mra woman, enye we senti, ye channel maybe so. We sat here after the president's address on the economy, right? Yes, I just say no. Who said you admit, and as the president, yes, you accept responsibility. Say the bus stops at you, so we buy BB to salvage the situation. Fine. Yes, so your idea is say ministries be a work on it. Merge one. So ministries be, I mean, department agencies. Oh no, merge them. Maslock. What is Maslock doing that another mother ministry being here? What are they doing? Eh? What are they doing? National Youth Employment Agencies and semi. Oh, so we can't do anything about it. You are just bloating the government, the taxpayer. We say the budget. No, you see, it's not nice.
All right.
Simon Yameme can say Works and Housing Minister, right? Francis is in Soboachi. This announcement or Abayeno announcement and it shouldn't travel beyond today. Via a presser. This thing shouldn't travel beyond today because Ghanaians will not sit down for this to continue. They should find the money. They should cut down on that extravagance expenditure. All
right.
Because we have said that they should downsize government. They should prune government, the size of government, to merit. I mean, the times we're in. So this announcement by Francis Asensubachi, MP, Minister, Works and Housing, like see dead on arrival. It shouldn't travel beyond today. It shouldn't go. The conversation shouldn't go beyond today. And I'm expecting those. You see, DJ, just Saturday, we held our 26 awards, we say. And if you go, the team is about also contributing our quota in reviving what the economic challenges are a woman. You understand? So yes, I have every right to speak to this matter.
All right. Yeah. I'm saying I'm saying akuma ba sa o ka British before me ntizo ka kura da. Si akuta na da ne kura. Da kuma ba uni no ka before. O ka before. Mo ma me ko break mbra. Me ba na fe ya ma ba ho. Nti anyway a consensus the dey adwuma. And no dictatorial idea. A consensus the dey adwuma. Na say look na the ma me ko e che bibia. Yeah, that is when you have a bar. Nothing at all. You come back to the Happy Morning Show. Yeah, me for o cake and for ma nothing no. Inko.
Yes. So Saglemi housing project. Obviously, government has given up. Or government feels that look where they are now, they are no longer in the position to pursue the project. So my first question is, how much money has government of Ghana invested in that project? Because if you listen, why Collins Zelda inquiry in court, they are talking about $200 million. Before then, some monies have been paid. So let's do a rough calculation or a rough run-up. We are looking at around $300 million Ghana dollars invested in that project. 300 million, a project that could have been executed with maybe even $100 million if it were to be in a private sector person. But the state Ghana has invested close to or almost about $300 million into that project. And then a minister of state comes to tell us that maybe a name no or my Ghana yen to me and pursue project no. Until the year show be a ankran bi no mo aba je no mo aye. Na obaji wi a na waye awie no na wasen aton ne se ne nkaban beton no. So how much money is government going to give to the person to sell it at a price that government was going to sell it? I think with respect to this particular one, I answer some no and yet you want to listen.
Yeah, my main kind way to help your point. See, this is how they are taking us for. They won't credit us with some level of intelligence. Furthermore, proceeds from the sale will come to the state and reinvested into government's affordable housing program.
So what is it? What then is the
private developer? No.
Hey, no, I'm
just helping.
Private developer no we are or no call aqua just say maybe me pay Juma. I have enough money. I don't know what to do with my money.
Yeah.
Until for Juma no money. We are or ton no assign dance Canada amount by until how much is he getting out of the project? I think say this is
Boo story.
Me who ya?
Boo story.
Me who ya?
No, it's
sometimes any money be how as I said,
no.
Okay, what do you name? Omo share omo share oh, omo share adwuma na say.
Yeah.
They say Collins Zelda and I think 3 others are in court over this project.
Yeah.
Monies have been invested in it. So government should come and tell us how much money has been invested. And your friend say, you are not even discussing it with grader. You say, and I say state housing, and I say Senate. These are viable institutions. The state can partner. To say, look, but be a near we are liquidating this to you as part of your portfolio to handle, and then you dispose of whatever will come out of it. Government should not be looking at profit because $300 million or so that invested in it, why a bit your amount? So I think there should have been a lot of contemplation, proper one, before coming out with this. One, I want to know whether this is indeed a cabinet decision. And again, a decision of this nature cannot be made by a minister without some way, somehow, a cabinet knowledge. So if cabinet is aware, then we need more information.
Following a comprehensive assessment of the project, the sector minister disclosed that government will have to allocate additional financing of approximately $46 million to provide off-site infrastructure such as water, electricity, and storm drain in order to make the housing unit habitable. Quote, additionally, there is the need to invest approximately $68 million to complete the building and other essential on-site infrastructure works. So given by Yao Sema figures, or must say you've spent like over $300 million.
So it's left with about
$100
million. But
stop the V8 you are driving in town.
Charlie, I think a lot
They should stop the V8 they are driving in town and resort to saloon cars. You understand? So that they will save money, they will free up space, resources for them to go and complete this project. Because it doesn't make sense. You are telling me that you are going to sell this property to a private developer or no Tonria or no SCC now Tonria or this kind of bro. This is cock and bull story. For Christ's sake, they should credit us with some level of intelligence. No, where did we go wrong? Like I was asking. Why? What? Their number. When you have the opportunity to lead this country and better the lots of Ghanaians, what is our crime? What is our crime? They shouldn't joke with the time that you won't know. Already Ghanaians are really under some fire, anyway say, economic hardship. President Msbeka, come to Zaman for Okromo, come to Zawang. People are finding it difficult to put body and soul together. Bread and butter issues, very critical. This one to look at what you are talking about.
Well, Kawasam, paper no my Kawasam, when I'm publishing. I'm saddened by all these developments.
What are you talking about? Say me, we don't even know the mode of selection. How they are going to come up with whoever will take over this property. This I mean, assuming say me no, Yao, we put up a consortium, 3 of us. Now, Yakwako Jeep project no government ho. Now you see you ton one. It be a bank loan na Yakwako Jew. You ton one. Now the proceeds now abra buying.
Meanwhile, Yao.
What is it?
Your Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Our Honoma. One more responsibility is say they'll look at viable projects and invest money into it. Go and see the projects they are investing money into.
I hope you are not inviting me to discuss that one. I'm not, because honestly.
Go and see the kind of projects, infrastructure projects they are investing money into.
State housing, what is the use? Street, what is the use? So put the consortium for these people to take over and sell to Ghanaian workers. Number 2, we share your mind the act, the capping of stabilization fund. Emma finance minister the right the priority or authority or better me always say. Do you know that PIAC is saying that some few years to come, SAR fund they won't get any money.
I mean, Bissau. Republic Press, I mean, I sent me a message. I mean, kind of amount. Well, say, please tell Andy Kankam that this whole argument about merging ministries is neither here nor there. What happens to the staff of these ministries? Would they be laid off or would they be integrated into newly merged ministries? How much savings will be made after all? Also, tell Andy not to be jumping the gun on the proposed sale of the Saglemi project. If the government is finding it difficult to complete the project, the best option is to sell. The whole project is fraught with some value for money challenges. Is he suggesting that the project will be sold at a giveaway price? The minister is available for further interrogations. Sami Edia or Diabre. Sami, I'll attempt to answer your question for you about the merger of the ministries. Railways ministry, Sami, with all the staff that is there, where's our railway network? So rather, Sami, what you're telling us is that it is better for us to have a railways ministry which is doing nothing for the people of Ghana, and yet we are spending on the ministry.
I think his contention really is
assuming
there's a merger.
Yes.
Assuming you take them back to, for me, my position, maybe let me add something.
Where did the people come from?
They were there.
Where did the people come from to go to the ministry?
That Ministry of Transport.
Yeah, so
yes.
I'm saying that let the Ministry of Railways go back to transport.
Transport.
So the workers will still be
So
there.
the workers, because it will still remain as a railway, because they are all departments within. So it was just a department. The Transport Ministry has a lot of departments. So
yes.
It will be one of the departments.
Yes.
But
of course, there will be a supervising minister.
I may sound very cruel this morning. Very cruel this morning. But my viewers and my listeners must forgive me. Look, and to the creation of that ministry, that person who is working there now was not there. when it was a department under a ministry, there were some people who were, a small number of people who were working in that department as members of the Department of Railways under the Ministry of Transport. Then they decided that, as usual, creating jobs for boys and members of party, and now they require people to come and man those places until they decided to create that ministry. Were the people there? They were not there.
But a lot of them.
So rather,
them also came from. They are, you know, if you
so
look into it,
Sammy also telling us that we should keep spending and spending when we are getting nothing.
Listen, Sammy, the point is that I agree with the ministries going back. For instance, Ministry of Sanitation should go back to Western Housing. Ministry of Fisheries should go back to Agric. Ministry of your friend say Railway should go back to Transport. For me, if it happens, the minister, the deputy, and all expenditure will be that one will be lost. But the staff, who are all civil servants, because a lot of them, as to say, reshuffle. Sammy moves from a news department and goes to current affairs. It's still the same. The salary and everything is not affected, or nothing happens to it. So for me, but if you look at it, Sammy as a minister running an entity, the budget goes to him as a minister. So the budget that if Transport Ministry is supposed to get $100 million, maybe they will get the $100 million. The Railway Ministry will also get another budget on its own for all of this. But again, like you said, let me finish with this one. Like you said earlier, if you do the cost-benefit analysis of all the sectors that we have created, a lot of money has gone into the railway sector. But I ask, and President Kufuor started that ministry. President Mahama Mills abandoned it, I think. And then Nanado created, established or recreated that ministry. And I ask, has the railway sector, in terms of our rail lines, what has been the vision? For instance, with the situation that you have, other serious countries, for instance, the railway system, if we had focused our attention on developing the railway system within the cities and not attempting to say that you expanded from Accra to your friend Seboga, a lot of it, Anka, sir, Sikana Yadiashim, because if you had established the railway system in Accra so well,
should get it.
If you like, go to Kumasi and go and see railway lands. Look, a ministry that is serious. Go and see railway lands. People who are occupying railway lands in Kumasi.
Oh, no, say Kumasi.
Go and see railway lines across the country. People have taken over.
When we said that
and we say we are serious.
Should downsize and that there should be some measure of some ministry.
Look, Sammy's second question was, also telling he's jumping the gun on the proposal of the Saglemi, and we are asking Sammy, if the government is thinking about the private sector, and this morning I said it, I think it's become a norm for this government, where every situation they want to create an opportunity for their business folks to enjoy from us, the taxpayers' money. I mentioned this morning, e-levy, they tried it. PDS, they did. What's the name of the recent one? What's the name? I mentioned it this morning. Every business, Ajapa, they did. Virtually everything. They should find a way for their private sector people to come inside, to come and take away from us. Meanwhile, there are state institutions which are mandated to provide those duties and services. E-levy, GRA is there. It is when we fought that they decided that GRA must collect the money. Other than that, they were going to use a private man. PDS, we saw what was happening. ECG, are they not doing it now? We are again seeing now, as we speak, in other sectors of the economy, this place, are we saying that the state housing, the SNIT, and other maybe greater people, they can put together as a consortium, use that facility as collateral to secure funding to embark on this project? So, what are we saying? Nobody is jumping the gun. Nobody. But this situation of create and give to cronies, create and let people come in, it doesn't help anybody. By the way, I am telling the minister that as we sit here this morning, if they like, as it is, they should sell it to us, we'll come and buy. After all, we go to our homes. There is no light. We live there for years. We drill borehole and we live in it. You think you can't do same as Saglemi? You should stop the jokes.
But Ghana people don't live in comfort.
My main country, Ghana for World Cup, no. Happy FM. Yeah, the update. Yeah, bro. Bomodia said then, you know, if you didn't that. Happy 98.9 FM. Whereby the well-researched information. Yeah, the bro. And to countdown, no, it's on. We encourage you to be a part of a happy family. No, now in fact, a World Cup. The whole same yeah, the bro. Yeah, the commentaries. Yeah, the bro. Yeah, the match, pre-match discussions. Yeah, the bro. Post-match discussions. Yeah, the bro. And after so when you dialogue na yeah na you go so yeah na yeah the akukudam and a bet na so any bidding people who are very much versed in air football and you know AD and common. Storm energy drink, Puma soft drinks, any away purified drinking water. Bombardier so when you be now so no or the above hobra and a power so I saw slow crab Storm energy drink back home. When I had no na jumanum. Na enkodani kuskwa onya aye Puma aye soft drink CB e dia mo but more than say away purified drinking water there will be our can be there because no bottle of water back one omutis can be at the Kobo the National Cardiothoracic Center our Kolebu Teaching Hospital and why don't you drink water and be a blessing to somebody. But that's not all. One more see no top bottle back will be ana and the corner one the 4 digits be at the two honum Obo star 780 hasha. Option 2, now the sound number na ashemu. You stand a chance of winning amazing prizes: TVs, fridges, microwave ovens, mobile phones, home theaters, free drinks, and so much more. And the moment I say you will jump on board this promotion here, CBG for saying can't just so with your school visa, one more iron very easy at the amount. University of Ghana, Takwale Technical University of Cape Coast, Akentina Piamenka University, and NASA or UDS or UEWR. But almost you can pay your school fees at any of the CBG bank branches across the country, 114 of them. And don't go through the stress of paying your school fees. Use CBG. Maybe be a and from now. We information at one more Edinburgh from our 0302 216 000. Now on your more ND and Como and pay. You're to you in Como, Andy, you were just 3 minutes. Memo, a minute to wrap up. Yeah, a minute to wrap up.
Minute no media maya. Therefore, me feel so monfre. Given the topics now discuss here.
Would you have seen for the first time I'm out in the time?
Because me, I'm saddened about all
that's
this.
That's also the amount.
And so I'm just saying media man.
I think sir, the president must look at some of the things happening and act on it. Because Andy, this is not the time for anybody to come out with an idea of Saglemi going into a private hand. It's not in the interest of Ghana. Until Bosiana yakwa kwajeno ISA triano repayment of that way, who is going to pay? And from the minister's calculation, okay, a shall say Ura Hakman Usajuman. Eka say 27,000 to 57,000 a year ton project, year ton per housing unit, And yeah, they are a best song. And that if you are going to, on the base of the loan, so if you are going to sell to meet up the loan, then every house, every unit should cost about $170,000 Ghana dollars at that time. So really, project you are spending $300 million. And yet, you intimi fa a dan ba kukura NC one can say, assume see an ass or bentin, what can I say?
Yeah, wouldn't be a hammer.
See, the more you think about these things,
almost your one casa now. When these ministers are building their plush homes now you need when they were in opposition, both NDC and NPP, they couldn't even afford. When they are building their plush houses, they complete them. And yet, when it comes to that for Ghanaians, we struggle and they can't even complete for us to put our heads somewhere. Their own houses, go and see both NDC and MPP. Go and see their homes. They are able to build them, complete them, tar the roads, provide electricity and water. And yet when it comes to that which is for Ghanaians, over the years for President Kufuor, President Mills, John Rawlings, John Dramani Mahama, President Kufuor, they can't complete affordable houses for us.
No. You
I
see,
mean, how is that possible?
Per the details of this report.
How?
Per the details of the report, say over $46 million will be used in getting water, electricity. Now, former President Ronald, or then our twin light call up north.
No, of course, I light koi. So you are telling me that Saglemi that is close to Tema, Pram and Co. You cannot extend light there. What are you telling me? You cannot get water there. When even Central University area there, water. So what are we talking about?
You know, I nipa bonesem. See also, I nipa bonesem. Just give us a little relief. I didn't know Ghana for you, bisa. You bisa bibi, you pay bibia.
Motivation now.
You hear bibia.
We didn't need this information at this time, honestly.
My point is that
This information.
Create. They are always creating. They are always looking for avenues to enrich
so
themselves.
Sammy, given what the information you already about said, you are like my Oswajima, ultimately Abba said no. Price now on person moton was an enye juma. Okay. So
This was one.
Feasibility study Benecom. You say it's affordable.
Affordable.
At
that time, it was $27,000.
Over $100 million.
Many CEO for Lakeside Estate, Eddie Nkomo say, look, it's total deception when they tell you they are going to build you affordable housing. There is nothing like that.
No, but Andy, I mean, come on. If you really want
there
to
is
build
nothing
a
like
house,
that.
If you want to build a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom house,
There's nothing like that.
there's no way you can do it the cost of government to catch it.
No,
we all know that.
there's nothing like that.
Listen, identify some
It's
place.
total deception.
Local houses now be kwakosio. Sani man for local houses.
Look, Sasim will say.
What are you talking about?
Sasim will say. I'll say this on air. At the time also, but forgive me. Mekai this Saglemi thing. At the time I was working at Govt. A buyer, your fair minister, ma'am, me need to come on and be and say, and yeah, I say Toby no. Ne boy is saying, or boy figure being I'm saying. So how do we pay? Seeing that we can't afford this. Also, they are working with a bank. They will work through a banker. Bank can never money the facility to go and pay. I'm saying, but the bank is going to add an interest component to it, and so it wouldn't be affordable anymore. Obietiko pie for that interview I granted them. Say I didn't say I'm that question. Say it renders the entire conversation about its affordability useless.
That doesn't make sense.
It's not affordable.
It's not affordable. Look, Ghanaians, if they are telling you they are building affordable
It is
houses
not
for you,
true.
it is not affordable. It's not true. Yampo,
I tell for Yadamase.
you be sharing your porch now.